If it is unknowable, how can you attribute the predicate of being to it? In other words, how do you know they are at all? If we can't know the thing in itself, then how do we know that there is a thing in itself? And the answer is, if you stop and think about Kant's delimiting of the possible scope of human knowledge, it is simply not possible to have grounds for saying that there exists a Ding an sich. So what the great idealists, particularly Fichte and Schelling, do is say, we have to get rid of this Ding an sich. Now that sounds easy, and it sounds like it's not too much of a problem, but actually this generates an intractable and very difficult set of philosophical problems. If we eliminate the Ding an sich, then that means essentially that there's no external reality. In other words, the mind creates the form of human experience, but if there's no Ding an sich to be formulated, no matter, no content, then that means that there is no external world, that the mind creates everything, both the content and the form of human cognition. Kant wanted to hold on to the idea of the Ding an sich because it prevented him from falling back into a sort of idealistic solipsism. So when Fichte and Schelling get rid of the Ding an sich, and Hegel incidentally wrote one of his early works on the idealism and the systems of Fichte and Schelling, the problem we're going to have is the problem that's native and intrinsic to all idealism, the problem of solipsism. So the problem is that when we lose the Ding an sich, either we junk the whole Kantian project, or we collapse into a radical kind of idealism. And all idealism has the same problem. Mind creates both the form and the content of consciousness, and there's nothing external to it.